Hello everybody and welcome back to this week's video. This week I will be reading 200 pages a day to get through my Christmas TBR. I actually have 5 books on my Christmas TBR, but I don't think I could read all 5 doing this challenge in 5 days, so I'm going to stick to 4 and then the next one I'll just do in my own time. So my TBR for this video is The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is a I don't know how to describe it. There's like a PR stunt being set up by the Santa, because it's like a position, not a person, if that makes sense. Like Santa isn't his name, it's just his title. Where his son Cole, which is this little guy, has to marry the Princess of Easter. And then somehow the Prince of Halloween gets involved, and I think he tries to, like, I don't know, fight for the hand of the princess to like get some points for Halloween. I don't really know how it works, but then they fall in love. It's a cute little romance and I am terrified to read this. I don't know why. In my head I've built it up that I've overhyped it in my head and I won't love it as much as I want to, so I'm going to start with this one. Hopefully it goes well, because I'm putting this first because I'm the most nervous to read it. So that's book 1. Book 2 is The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. This I think is a romance thriller. Is that a genre? I think so. I don't really know. Apparently it's got Agatha Christie vibes, which I don't mind Agatha Christie. Hopefully I enjoy this. I don't know too much about it though. I think they're both authors. And it is set at Christmas, obviously, so excited to read this one. And it's quite small, which is nice. Then I've got the 3rd book in the Dream Harbour series, which is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. This one follows Kira, don't know how to say it, I think it's Kira, who doesn't like Christmas, isn't a local to the town, and she ends up accidentally buying a Christmas tree farm there. And then like all of the locals want her to like reopen the farm and like bring back the festivity, and so they send Bennett, who I think is someone's brother from one of the other books, up to talk to her. I think is the vibe that we've got here, so should be all right. You know, always love a Taylor Swift reference in the title because she's got a song called Christmas Tree Farm. And then a bit of a wild card, I've got one called All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. I haven't seen anyone read this, I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I literally just bought it based on the top line on the back of it, which is bitter exes, professional rivals, just one bed, what could go wrong? So I might leave this one last because it is the shortest by a long while, and I just think it would be nice to top off my week with a small book. So let's crack on with The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I really hope I love it. This camera angle is a bit whack, but I can't be bothered to move my phone, so we're going with it. I have read my 200 pages of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and is it too soon to say 5-star feels? Is it? Because I'm feeling it. They are so cute. I love Cole. Is nothing like I thought he'd be. I thought he'd be a bit like more nerdy, a bit, you know, not self-deprecating, because he definitely is self-deprecating, but a bit more shy. And the way he's taking charge, I was unprepared. And Hex, which is the Prince of Halloween, what a cutie. He's such a sweetheart. I'm loving this. I think I was right when I described it as like a PR stunt where like Halloween just wants to get involved to like fuck it up, basically. Yeah, I'm loving the world building as well. I think it's very easy to understand. Hopefully everyone feels the same and I'm not just being weird. But yeah, I think the world building is easy to understand. They're basically like the different holidays are different clans of people with their own leaders. And Christmas and Easter have an alliance, and Halloween is sort of against Christmas, which is causing some issues in like the government side of things, or like the royal side of things. So I'm really loving this. I might read a little bit more today, and then obviously tomorrow I will have to finish that and read some of The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. So I will talk to you tomorrow once I finish my reading then. I have finished The Nightmare Before Christmas and I was correct. It is a 5-star. I loved it so much. Unexpectedly it was spicy, which I was not anticipating, but I'll take it. I will take it. I don't know what to say about the ending because it's kind of spoiler territory. There was a bit of a third act conflict, which but I think it was done really well and resolved really well as well. So if you take away one thing from this channel, it is please read The Nightmare Before Christmas. It had just such, like, it was Christmassy without being overkill. Like, it didn't make me cringe, it didn't make me think, oh, I can't read another Christmas book. It kind of put me in a good mood to keep reading Christmas books. So this was great. And I have now got to read 104 pages of The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, which I'm quite happy about because if I remember rightly, it puts me on like the end of a chapter. Oh, it's so good. So like page 104, new chapter. That makes me so happy. I hate, not that I would have to, because the way I'm doing this challenge is I can read a minimum of 200 pages and then I can keep reading if I want to. So like I can go over either way, but it just makes me quite like happy inside that it's rounded out at a chapter end in case I don't want to keep reading. So let's crack on with this. And if you've noticed I'm wearing the same clothes, we're not going to talk about that because I basically live in my pajamas and I change my pajamas every 2 days. So yesterday and today I'll be wearing the same, tomorrow and the next day I'll be wearing the same, and you won't say anything. If anything, that's just a testament to the fact I don't leave the house. But let's crack on with this. I'm quite happy to be home today because I just want to read. I'm in the mood, the weather's nice to do so. I'm gonna keep going. I think I've talked too much now, but let's go. I have finished my pages for today. I went slightly over and I haven't got a bookmark annoyingly, but I do remember I'm on like page 112, I think, whatever chapter starts around then. This is okay so far. I think both of the characters are fairly annoying so far. But hopefully they get better. Everyone I've seen read this has loved it, so I hope I do too. But basically what's happened is Maggie, which is our main girlie, is a huge fan of an author called Eleanor Ashley, who is like the Agatha Christie of her world. And her agent, publicist, I don't know, her boss, gives her this mysterious invite to go to England for Christmas. And when she gets there, it's Eleanor Ashley's house. And it turns out that Eleanor Ashley is also a huge fan of Maggie, who is an author. I think both of the characters are thriller authors as well. So I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm kind of nervous it'll be awful. Or like I won't enjoy. I guess it won't be awful, but like personally I'm not a big thriller person. So I'm nervous that I'm not gonna like it and it's gonna be a me problem. But for tomorrow, the plan is to finish this, and then I think I need to read like 1 or 2 chapters of The Christmas Tree Farm to meet the 200 pages. I'm pretty sure, because this is quite small. Like this is just under 300 pages. So I think that's how it works. So I will catch up with you tomorrow once I finish this. I have finished The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year. I loved it. I don't know why I was so nervous that I wouldn't like it. Clearly this is a trend in this video, that I'm just nervous when I read things. I don't know what to even say. It was very Agatha Christie, I was right about that. And the way everything just came together at the end was like, wow. And obviously we followed Maggie and Ethan whilst they're trying to figure out this whole mystery thing. So we see it all come together. And like I still couldn't piece together what was happening. And like the fact that Maggie's a big fan of Eleanor Ashley did play into it, because like that was what the clues were pointing to. I don't know if that's a spoiler. I don't think it is. But it was very big brain of her. I'll put it that way, very big brain. I think I'm gonna give this a 4. That feels right, because I didn't like the characters for most of the book, but I did enjoy the plot quite a lot. So maybe if the characters were slightly less irritating, then I would have given it a 5-star. But 4-star feels right. And I've started the Christmas Tree Farm now. I'm only 2 chapters in. I think I did read more than 200 pages today, but I can't remember. This is fine. I find this with all of Laurie Gilmore's books that I've read, because I've read the first 2 in this series as well, which is the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and I found those slow to start as well. So hopefully when I get further in, I will enjoy it more. That's the plan anyway. So I will see you tomorrow when I read the next 200 pages of this book, which I think is just this book, because this is over 300 pages. So I will be a good chunk into this as of tomorrow. I actually ended up binge reading the rest of this book today, so I've definitely gone over how many pages I was meant to read. It was fine. It's probably my least favourite of the Dream Harbour series so far, I think. I think maybe the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore is my favourite. But this was good. This was fine. I liked the dynamic between Kyra and Bennett. They were very cute together. They ended up getting snowed in and he had to stay at her house. It's kind of cute. He's a bit of like a handyman, just wants to help her out all the time. So it was very sweet dynamic. I obviously love the extended cast of characters we get because they are in the other book, so I know them. Whereas both Kyra and Bennett, I think Bennett appears maybe a little bit in the other books, but you don't really get much of Kyra. So it was nice to get new characters, I guess, but I do prefer the other ones. I'm really looking forward to, I think it's Annie and Mac is maybe the next book coming out. I hope anyway, that's who I want it to be. But yeah, this was fine. It gives me something, this sounds really, I don't know if it will sound daft actually. It gives me something to talk to my mum about, because she's currently reading the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and wants to read the rest of the books at the moment. She hasn't finished that yet, so it'll be nice if she does read all of it and we can talk about these books together. But yeah, I think, and this is a little bit cheaty, but I am not feeling great, so I am likely to be in bed for the rest of the day as well, so I might just do my 200 pages for tomorrow today. Is that cheating? That feels like cheating. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because it's my video. So overall, I think I'm giving this a 3.75. Also, can we talk about how cute the cover is? Look, it's got all the little sparklies on the tree. That's so cute. But yes, I'm gonna read All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard today. I'm gonna finish it, because the only thing that I'm doing today is going out to get my brother from school, but I'll be doing that with my mum, so I can just read in the car. And that is just so I get out of the house and get some fresh air, because as I said, I don't feel great, so I am sort of just rotting in my bedroom. But yeah, I'm gonna crack on with All I Want Is You, and I'll get back to you later when I finish it. Or tomorrow. I might get back to you tomorrow, because I don't know if I will finish it today. That was like ballsy of me to say. But let's go. It is now the next day, and I did finish All I Want Is You today. So I think I did hit my 200 pages for today as well. I just didn't film them. I loved it. I really wasn't expecting to. I thought it would be terrible. Because I don't know, when I pick up books that aren't like massively hyped or anything, they do tend to not hit as hard. But this was so good. It was a second chance romance between 2 authors that were together around the time they got picked up for publishing, and then they split up for unknown reasons. And it was like the biggest heartbreak and betrayal ever. And then they end up having to share a room and inn at an award show, and they get snowed in, so they then spend like a whole week having to be in close proximity to each other. It was just so sweet. I really enjoyed it. And it wasn't a then and now timeline, but you did get a few chapters of like their past Christmases together, so you get the backstory on their relationship. The reason they broke up felt valid, but not so problematic that they couldn't get back together. I would say I feel like the ending was a bit rushed because, as I said, this is like a really small book. It's less than 300 pages, so I guess if it was a little bit longer, we might have got a bit more development towards the end. But either way, I've really enjoyed it. I think I'm giving it a 4.5. I think I'm giving it a 4.5, which makes this one of my best reading weeks ever, because we had The Nightmare Before Christmas, which was a 5-star. We had The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, which is 4-star. We've got the The Christmas Tree Farm, which is a 3.75, but it's probably edging towards a 4-star because I didn't hate it. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just not as good as the other 2 books I read in that series, which I think I gave both of them 4 stars. Maybe I gave the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore a 4.5 or 4.25 or something. So it didn't feel right to mark it the same as the others. And then All I Want Is You, which is a 4.5. That is incredible. Anyway, this video has been very all over the place because I've not been well. But I think that's it. I'll see you next week for another video. Bye!